saying that these people that want Islam to become them, these people that want to change Islam and they want to take this part of Islam and throw it away and take that part of Islam and throw it away, and they want to make Islam like a pick and choose. You know, you go to the grocery store and you get all of these, you know, bright, colorful candies. And what you do, you take one piece of this one, you take one piece of that one, you take one piece of this one, and whatever you like, you take it and you put it in a bag, and they bring it up together. This is how Islam has become. That we take Islam and we change Islam to whatever exactly we want, to our taste, to our liking. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, go ahead and do it. But this is a punishment that you will get. That you will burn, skin will come, you will burn, your skin will come, you will burn, your skin will come, and we will make sure that you taste the punishment that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prepared. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in today's citation says, okay, and if you think that's bad, if you think that's bad and if you think that we are doing wrong upon you, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that no, we won't do zulm upon anyone. Inna Allah la yuzlimu mithqala dharra. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala won't do zulm upon anyone, even the size of a mustard seed. This is how fair and just Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. In the hadith of Abu Dharr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, narrated by Imam Nawawi rahmatullah alayhi, and Imam Muslim rahmatullah alayhi, and many other scholars of hadith. They mention this hadith where Abu Dharr Ghifari relates it from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And this is the hadith of Kursi, where the words are from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but actually Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is saying. And the reason why I'm going to read out this hadith, and the reason why I'm going to go through this hadith right now, is to show you just how just and just how equal Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. That don't expect that He's going to add some extra punishment. Don't expect that you don't deserve the punishment. Don't expect that we don't deserve the punishment that we will get. Everything that we will find will be what we have done. In this hadith, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very beautifully says, Ya ibadi, inni haramtu zulman ala nafsi. O my servants, I have made oppression, I have made zulm haram upon myself. And also I have made zulm haram upon you. فَلَا تَظْلِمُوا. Do not oppress one another. I have made zulm wrong upon myself, I have made it haram upon me, and I have made it haram upon you. Don't oppress one another. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ibadi, kullukum dhalun. O my servants, every single one of you is led astray, except for that person who I show them the right path. It's up to you now to ask for the right path. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ibadi, O my servants, every single one of you is hungry, except for who I feed. If you think that if it's someone else besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that feeds you, you are wrong. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that feeds you. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, ask me for food and I will give you food. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that every single one of you does not have any clothes, except for who I give clothes. Ask me for clothes and I will give you clothes. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, look, this is my power. This is my power, and let me tell you what your power is. Let me tell you what you are. Let me tell you your origin. Saying, son, you have no power on anything. If you look around you, and you look at all the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created, the moon, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created the suns, He's created many different types of animals. We will see that each one of the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created, we are dependent on them one way or another. From the cows we get milk, right? From the sun we get light. From the moon, it controls the waves from the sky, from the ocean. From the clouds we get rain. From the rains we get crops. And we look all around us. All around us, we'll see that everything insan is dependent on. But there's one thing that no one is dependent on, and that is insan itself. If from this equation man was removed, if from this equation insan was removed, it wouldn't affect anyone. If insan wasn't there, the cows will live as they are. If insan wasn't there, the sun will be exactly how it is. If insan wasn't there, the moon will be exactly how it is. If insan wasn't there, the ocean will be exactly how it is. If insan wasn't there, the earth will be exactly how it is. Nothing would change. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Oh insan, you cannot hurt me. Oh insan, you cannot give me benefit." And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Ya ibadi, لو أن أولكم وآخركم وإنسكم وجنكم." Oh insan, if every single human being, from Adam alayhi salatu was salam all the way to the end of mankind. Now imagine how many people that's going to be, right? And at this very moment we have around 6 billion people in the world. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says every single person. And if you think that's a lot, then add the jinn as well. Every single person and add the jinn as well. And if all of these people were to have the heart of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they were to have the heart, the most purest heart. They were to worship all the time. They wouldn't sleep at night. They would worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at night. They would starve in the day. They would keep fasting in the day. They would stay awake at night. They would recite Quran. They do everything right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, this will not increase my wealth at all. This will not increase my treasures at all. You do whatever you do for yourself. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, يا عبادي لو أن أولكم وآخركم وجنكم وإنسكم كانوا على قلب أفجر رجل منكم. Of the whole of mankind and everyone, again, were to be on the heart of the worst of mankind. They were to be the Fir'aun, the Haman, the Qarun. They were to oppress everyone. They were to stay away from the salah. They do everything wrong. ما نفذ ذلك من ملك شيئا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, this doesn't touch me. No, nothing. There is nothing that happens to me. What you do wrong will affect you. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ibadi, لو أن أولكم وآخركم وإنسكم وجنكم قاموا في صعيد واحد فاسألوني فأعطيت كل واحد مسألة ما نفذ ذلك من ملك شيئا إلا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that, oh, inside of everyone again were to stand in one plane of Arafat, and they were to ask for anything that they wanted. The kids were to ask for the toys, the women were to ask for the makeup, the men were to ask for their cars, everyone. They asked for whatever they wanted. And I were to give everyone what they wanted. A person would ask, oh Allah, give me a world full of gold. Oh Allah, give me 10 Mercedes. Oh Allah, give me a Ferrari, a Bugatti, a Maserati, anything out there. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and I were to give every single person, from the time of Adam alayhi salatu wasalam all the way to the end of mankind, every single jinn, I were to give them what their heart desires. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, this won't even take away from my treasures. As if you were to take a needle, a small little needle, and dip that needle into the oceans, and then lift that needle. The amount of water that will be on that needle, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, not even that much will be decreased from what I have. Not even that much will be decreased from my treasures. And guess what? When you lift that needle, the water that's on that needle is going to drip and fall right back into the ocean. It will decrease nothing from the wealth of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ibadi, let me tell you what you do. Insan, this is what you do. You disobey me and you sin during the day. And then when night comes, you sin during the night. 24 hours, you sin. When you wake up, you sin. When you go to sleep, you have to listen to your music. You can't go to sleep without your music in your ears. You gotta watch your TV before you go to sleep. You gotta talk to so-and-so person before you go to sleep. During the night when the whole world is sleeping, you are awake and you are sinning. You are on your laptop, you are in front of your computer, you are doing something that's wrong. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, throughout the whole day, and throughout the whole night, all insan does is sins. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and what while you are sinning and while you are disobeying me.